guys, it's Bella, and this is my little corner of YouTube world where we talk about everything beauty and beyond. And today I want to talk about foundation. I think it's the one thing, probably the most important thing to me, in my opinion, of makeup. Skincare, obviously we all know skincare is priority. It makes the canvas, it's nice. If you've got your skin nice, you take care of your skin, then makeup is so much easier. But as far as the actual makeup goes and the application of makeup, I think the most important thing is foundation. Because once that canvas is nice and ready, it can take all the other bits, all the enhancements of the cheeks and the eyes and the lips and, you know, the contouring and the highlighting. But you need to get that canvas right first. There are so many different foundations on the market. There's literally thousands. And it's very, very confusing. You know that I'm very much a drugstore girl. If I can get something in the drugstore that's just as good as I can get high-end, then I will go for that. With foundation, hand on heart, it's one of the more difficult things. Drugstore is getting better every single day. But it's one of the more difficult things to find. It's something that I feel that high-end really has the edge on with foundation. Not with everything. I think a lot of things are absolutely equal. But foundation probably for me is the one thing that it's easier to find high-end. But you can find it in the drugstore. Because it's easier high-end doesn't mean that you can't find it in the drugstore. I've got and tried high-end foundations that I certainly wouldn't use again. I mean, a lot of people swear by them, but I don't like them. I don't like the Charlotte Tilbury foundation. I love Chanel. Chanel makes some beautiful foundations. Lancome makes some beautiful foundations. But I don't like all of them. But I want to bring you, as much as I possibly can, the drugstore alternatives. I want to find the very best I can find in the drugstore for you. Now, over the last year, I have here 10 foundations. Oof, that's a lot you say. But they're different ones that I've tried. Some that I've used up. Some that I don't want to continue using. One that I've just started using today, and I absolutely love it. And a couple that I haven't used as yet, still packaged up. So I want to share those 10 with you, give you my opinion of each one. I'd love to know if you've tried any of these and what your opinion of them is. I'd really like to know that. But I will continue buying different. Once I've used these up, I will continue trying different drugstore foundations. I guess I still like a decent coverage, but I can't wear the heavy coverage that I once could because of texture, and that's harder to find. A full coverage foundation is harder to find at the drugstore than it is high-end. But then I say that Estee Lauder's double wear looks awful on me. It looks like I could wear it. 10 years ago I could wear it, but I certainly can't wear it now. But I want to go through these 10 with you, and we'll see what we think, and let me know what you think if you've tried any of them, or if there's some that you feel you can say, try this one, Bella, because I'm always open for suggestions, always open for advice. I'm not a professional makeup artist, so other than the fact that I do this on a regular basis, and I've done it over a regular basis for many, many years, I suppose that's my experience, but I've certainly got no training. So if you find and you know something that you think would suit me better, please suggest it, because I'd be really grateful for that as well. So let's start. Now the first one is the last foundation I used up. This is Essence Fresh and Fit Camp foundation, and it's got a lot of vitamins in it, it's got hyaluronic acid and so forth in it. And that looks like this. I completely used that bottle up, it's empty. I liked it a lot. It's a medium coverage. You can still, if you put it on very finely, you can still see your skin through it. Doesn't go into lines and creases. I would certainly purchase it again. At the moment, I'm not sort of double buying or repurchasing because I want to try various different ones, and there's so many. But it's a good foundation. So that's the Essence Fresh and Fit. Out of 10, I'd give that an 8. Okay. So the next one is one by Max Factor. I've also used that up. I can't get that bit at the bottom of the thing and it won't come off. The top bit doesn't come off. This is tiny little bit at the bottom there. This is the Radiant Lift. So the claims of this one is it's got that lifting properties to it. I don't know about that. I liked it. The colouring was really good. I liked it. It's a little more oily, or a little more oily feeling than certainly the Essence one. But I did like it. I would repurchase it. It's got a bit of a smell to it. Not very heavy, but it has definitely got a smell to it. But once that's on the face, 5 minutes, it's gone. Yes, it was a nice foundation. That's Max Factor. Max Factor makes some nice foundations too, although some of them are too heavy for me. They tend to be around a long time, Max Factor, and you know, they've made the original pan stick, and we all know what pan stick's like, but they make some lovely foundations. Some of them can be a little bit heavy for me. This one I like. Radiant Lift. I don't know about the lifting. I didn't see a lot of lifting, but yes, I'd buy that. I would give that a 7.5 out of 10. Okay, so the next one I've got, and I've completely used up, is the number 7. This is Protect and Perfect foundation. This one is a lighter coverage. I'd say this is definitely medium, and I wouldn't build it up to a full coverage because I think it would look too thick then, and I'm not keen on that look. But it's a nice everyday perfect foundation. The reason I love this as well, particularly in the summer, is it's SPF 50, which I think is great in a foundation. After It Cosmetics CC cream, they bought one of the first, I think, to bring the 50 SPF, and a lot of followed suit, and this one is one of the better ones. I like that one. That one I would give an 8 out of 10. This one is... I love this foundation. I absolutely love it. This is the Bourgeois Healthy Mix. Absolutely my top of the list for me. But Bourgeois is no longer sold in this country, and I am so sorry about that, because this foundation was beautiful. I absolutely love it. It's perfect coverage. It's a perfect consistency. You don't need a lot of it. It doesn't give you a cakey look. It doesn't go in any lines, wrinkles. It's just lovely. For me, this is a really lovely foundation. Bourgeois were part of, I'm not sure if they still are, but they were part of Chanel. And you can see that in this. For me, you can see that. Maybe just me, but you can see it. And I love it. And if you're in a country that still sells Bourgeois, please try this. Healthy Mix Foundation. I give that a 10 out of 10. This is Photo Focus. Now, this is the stick foundation by Wet n Wild. Now, Wet n Wild's Photo Focus foundation in the bottle, particularly the more moisturising one, I absolutely love. I love that. That will be a 9 out of 10. I really love the Photo Focus foundation. So I thought I'd try the stick. I thought I'd try it sort of convenience and, easy applying, sort of quick thing in the morning. But no, I don't like it. It dried out. Can you see it's broken off into the lid there, which is probably my fault because I've left it too far up. But it's very, very thick. I like a lot of stick foundations. If you're going high end, I like the Hourglass is beautiful. But for drugstore foundations, you can still find some really nice ones. But this one is on the verge of being pan stick. You know Max Factor's pan stick? It's on the verge of that. It's far too thick. It's nothing like the bottled foundation. Absolutely nothing like it. It takes an effort to blend it. So whether you're using a makeup sponge or whether you're using a brush or your hands, it's an effort. You don't want to be dragging your face. When you put your foundation on, you don't want to be dragging. And you need to drag it to smooth that out. So that one, no. The colours are lovely. The colour of this is perfect. So I will give it a 2 out of 10 for the colour. But that's it. I definitely wouldn't repurchase this. Okay, the next foundation I've got is one that's not high-end, but it's not drugstore. It's kind of an in-between one. And that's Laura Geller's Cover Lock. I didn't like this at all. I love Laura Geller. A lot of her products I really, really love. But this particular one, no, I don't. I didn't like this one at all. It looked like you put a canvas on. This is for me, and I mean, some of you might love this. I can only go by my mature skin and what it done for my skin. It looked as if you'd put a mask on. I don't mean that it was thick. I meant that it didn't look part of your skin. To me, it just looked like as if you put a thin bowl, but you could see it. Do you know what I mean? I'm pretty good at describing this, am I? But no, this one wasn't for me. It didn't blend very well. I wasn't keen on it at all. So, 3 out of 10. Number 7 for me, Boots number 7. I think it's one of the best. Certainly one of the top 3 high street foundations, drugstore foundations. Most definitely. Actually their whole range of makeup and their skincare. Number 7 is very, very good. It's really high up there in my opinion. The foundations I like very, very much. And the other foundation I've tried from number 7 I've always been happy with. I love their finishing powder. Their finishing powder is my favourite finishing powder. And I love them. This is probably one of the only things that I've been really disappointed in. And this is the powder foundation. Now, I don't have a lot of luck. I don't know if it's because of my age. That one was a bit dark anyway. I don't know if it's because of my age, but I don't have a lot of luck with powder foundations. Bare Minerals is probably one that looks fairly good on me. Even that doesn't, enhance my skin as well as a liquid or a cream foundation. So I sort of avoid powder foundations. But because I love number 7 so much, I thought I'd try it. I thought I'd give it a go. Again, for the convenience of quickly dusting over a powder foundation. But no, this is definitely not for me. But I wouldn't say this is a bad foundation. If you like a foundation, if you're under 35, or this is just my opinion, only my opinion for what it's worth. But once you start getting some creasing and some definite lines, definite crepiness about your face, no, this didn't work for me at all. It didn't work for me at all, and I love number 7. So that I would give, probably lowest of all, I'd give that a 1 out of 10. Now we're on to foundations that I've just tried or haven't tried those yet, so I need your opinion. This one, I was so disappointed when I couldn't get Bourgeois Healthy Mix anymore. And honestly, the others that I've tried with the benchmark being the Healthy Mix, and I've not really found that. This one I think this one's going to be my next favourite. I've not tried it before. I've got it on for the first time today, and I can honestly say I absolutely love it. This is L'Oreal's True Match. Never tried it. Been out for years and years and years, and I know that, but I've not tried that one before. To me, it's just the perfect foundation. It's not too thick. It doesn't make you look overly made up. It's got the right amount of moisture. It's not greasy, but it's not matte. It really enhances the skin. I really like this. So L'Oreal's True Match. I'm going to give it 9 out of 10 for today, but I've only used it once. But for what I've used the one time, I'll give it 9 out of 10. Okay, so now we're going on to 2 foundations that I haven't even opened yet. The reason I put them in with the 10 is because I'd love your opinion if you've tried them. To me, they look, I look the write-up and, I look at the reviews and everything, and they look perfect. But I don't know till I've actually tried them, and I'm going to use my True Match up first. But this one is by Maybelline, and this is a Dream Radiant Liquid. Now, I've used the Dream Foundation before by Maybelline, but not this particular one, not this Radiant one, and it looks a lot lighter. Many moons ago, I used to use the the matte mousse. Mousse foundation in the jar. Used to look lovely, and it makes your skin perfection. It absolutely makes your skin perfection. But the only place I could use that now is I couldn't go around or anything like that with it, because it's too drying, and I can't use matte foundations at all now. So if I want to mattify my face, make it a little more matte, then I use the type of foundation that you can see me showing today, and I cover it with, I use a little bit of powder, finishing powder, very lightly dusting. But I couldn't use a mousse foundation, but I liked it. I liked it for a long, long time. So this is the Dream, as I said, the Dream Radiant Liquid. Have you tried this one? Do you know what it's like? Maybelline makes some lovely foundations. I've not tried this one. This is one I'm going on to. This is one I loved the write-up, I loved the reviews. Haven't tried it yet. This is Katrice True Skin Foundation, and it says it's hydrating and long wearing. So again, we've got that, not that matte look. The colour looks perfect. Have any of you tried that? Katrice is a company that's not been here in the UK long. I don't see it often in the stores. It's coming in more now, but I heard a lot of it from my American friends. But it's really, I liked so far what I've had with Katrice. I've liked. I've got some eyeliners from them, very, very nice. So what do you think of that one? Have you tried it? Have you tried this one? True Skin Hydrating Foundation. Colour looks perfect. If you've tried it, let me know. But I don't want to open it. I don't want too many open at a time, and I've got so many that I've got to put out now. So I want to sort of keep them fresh as I can. So if you've tried that, let me know. Let me know what you think. So that is my 10 foundations from this year, which I've only got 3 left. One I've opened today and I love. So as I said in the beginning, let me know if you've got another foundation that you like, that you've tried, that you think would be good for my over mature skin, I'll be really happy to hear about it. And thank you for joining me for this. I will see you again in my next video. Please take great care of yourselves and be good. Bye now.